Hello there, Libra. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Libra for May of 2020. We're 5 months into the year already. For all of you that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. And we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you while I'm doing the reading. It makes all you Libras named Frankie for the time of the reading. Also, also look at your moon sign and rising sign. You will get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I don't think the cards will go week by week. I believe they're going to blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme for the month. Now, I have a short message for us, and it's like it's either us or others, or personal relationships, I think, for the most part, because Spirit's showing me people face to face, and I realize right now, maybe while I'm doing these readings, hopefully it'll be over in May, but we're on lockdown, like face to face personal relationships. In our heads, it's like when they say something to us, we have to repeat it back to them to make sure we really understand what they're saying. Or if we say something to someone, they've got to have them repeat it back to us to make sure we know what they're saying. It's odd. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, okay, did they just talk French to me and I'm English? It's that type of energy. But making sure I am sure what others are saying to me is what I am interpreting it as, and what I am saying to others, they are interpreting it as I mean it. If that makes sense. I don't know. It's like this weird type of energy. And we have a few pretty rough cards in here, but we can get through it. We have real good ones too, and we have good words. Our words are trust, commitment, risk, light, and contentment. So the words themselves are good, and I think we'll make it through, you know, through this little weird glitchy energy about how we're understanding others, and their understanding that we make sure they got what we actually said and we got what they actually said, because our bottom card on the deck is a great card. It's the 4 of Rods or Wands cards. It's like a really positive card that means our troubles of getting something established, right, are over, and we can relax now. It's a time of respite, and hopefully not enforced downtime, but a lot of us have that right while I'm doing these readings. But it's a time to relax or respite, where we're enjoying pleasure, enjoying prosperity, reaping the rewards, that we've actually earned. Finances are in good shape. We're in harmony with our environment and with the people in it, showing the world kind of who we are, in this general sense of like comfortable prosperity. So it's a celebratory card. It's a card that says, actually, it's time for a party, like time for a party, time to look over my life and think, what do I have, and usually what do I have and what do I really, really need, not just once, so it's actually a good kind of feeling. So it's telling me that a lot of us, if we can get together finally in May, we will be, putting on a party, or, having people more in contact with people, that kind of energy. It's a very energy card of our word down here. Contentment and commitment, to this really, how do I want to say it? Really like a particular kind of comfortable energy. So a lot of us aren't going to be like Looney Tunes over having the time, maybe the time off, and we're going to think of ways or to entertain ourselves, enjoy our lives or the time that we had, and feel as though we had worked our way towards it and we were deserving of it. And because our next card here is the Eight of Pentacles. That's another excellent card. Pentacles are earth energy, like I said, Rod's Wands card are usually business finance oriented. And this is material plane energy. The Pentacle cards to me mean money, and this is a card of a craftsman, right? It suggests like learning a new skill, right? Or taking up a new career in some manner, but our new thing or whatever we decide to venture, our new venture, or what we decide to venture in, will be successful because we were in the process of training ourselves very intensely, with a clear goal in mind, is the way they say it. Note he has a pentacle underneath his elbow. He has 6 up on the wall. Under there, he's perfectly copying the pentacle that's on the table in front of him, repeating it until it's actually perfect. So some of us will be integrating old skills into a new form, or adding like a new skill to make ourselves more valuable, trying various means to make a living, and are finalizing how we want to use our personal resources to realize some type of a material plane sufficiency that fulfills our needs and that allows us to expand. So our sureness of purpose is what the way the card reads. Our sureness of purpose guarantees success, and our craftsmanship is rewarded by commissions, by new business, It's just like this energetics of very diligently working towards that, whatever it is that how do I want to say this? Whatever it is, or whatever area it is in, that we want to perfect. It's like a personal type energy. What's going to benefit me? Those types of energies are coming up all around us. And what Spirit keeps saying, I don't know where these are going to come down. Some of us, it's going to be work life. Others of us, it's going to be relationship skills, and we're really good at relationships. We Libras, we do this, that, like, what do you want, dear? What do you want, dear? But we can generally, like, get along, We're the romantics. So some of us, it might be holding things together with the others around us. Others of us, this is going to be directly, maybe we took up something to add to our work skill, so when we went back to work, we'd be even more valuable, or perhaps, more valuable at a different job or a better job, because we have a few harsh energies that are coming up here, and we have actually 3 of them. One of them's telling me not to worry about anything, but they are a little bit harder energies for us to get through, because this next one here is the 5 of Swords, and that's the double-edged sword. On one hand, it can be like defeat, misfortune, betrayal, loss, that kind of energy. On the other hand, it's like learning to accept the boundaries that we all have to face and live with. And we're learning that right now. A lot of us are learning it. Others of us, we're out there on the battlegrounds, fighting the virus and working our butts, right down into the ground, trying to help and serve, And we Libras are like at the utmost service oriented, you know? So everything that we have to face, the things we have to live with, of like unavoidable limitations is what I'm to say. Maybe someone's disappointing us right now. Remember that, like, everybody's speaking a different language. Maybe they disappointed us, but perhaps we were expecting too much from somebody else. That comes up with this card too. Fives are all about adjusting. And this kind of five is an adjustment to some kind of a change that's brought on through distress or loss. It's an uncomfortable kind of process, but it's a necessary process, because change is part of life. It's not something that we can get like away from, you know? And the more we make it difficult for us, you know, the more we don't make the change, it becomes more difficult for us. So what sorry about that. I have allergies, and all the trees are blooming down here right now, and it's like, oh, itchy eyes and the nose type deal. So you'll have to forgive me with the nose thing. I'll be sniffing through all the rest of my reading. So, but the whatever's being challenged around us right now, or calling for us to change, whether it's our lifestyle, our philosophy, our beliefs about ourselves, now's the time to work on it, right? Now's the time to bring the changes into our daily life. Bring what we want into our daily life. He has three swords. These two are laying down on the ground, and the people are turning away from it, turning away from that kind of energy, which tells me sometimes some fights, how do they want me to say that? Some fights at certain times are not worth fighting. We have these really good energetics here, and good words here too. So making sure I understand what others are saying to me totally, you know, and before I just go off on a tangent, it's that kind of energy, because they just laid down their swords and walked away. It's like, it's not worth it to me kind of energy. And five brings changes. It brings, other things developing. On one hand it's this way, on this hand it's the other way. So doing it for ourselves. We like everyone to be happy, but thinking for ourselves this month, understanding what others are saying, making sure they understand what we just said. If we meant business about something, we really meant business about it. It's that kind of energy. I don't feel it as bad, because fives, we have two of them here. Let me show you the next one here. Fives are energetics of change, right? And sometimes they're energetics of just go for it. It's time to move on, time to go for it, get on with it. And not to change and motivation, things like that in our lives. And my feeling about this is, some of us, there's some things maybe that we're going to leave behind, because our next five here is the Five of Cups, and we're going to make some decisions of, what's worth it to me and what's not. And this Eight of Pentacles and this Four of Rods energy are worth it to me. So I don't know where this is going to come down in our lives. That's one thing that drives me crazy about doing these readings, is I don't know where it's going to come down. There's no way to tell. There's so many of us out there watching, But this five is about brooding, and we don't want that kind of energy. Brooding about past wrongs, about losses, about disappointment. It's like this state of mind of looking backwards, right, at a painful past, and refusing to look forward actually refusing to look forward at or even for a positive future. We don't want in that kind of energy. When I got these cards originally, I bought them because they have really bright colors and I love them, right? But these three cups on the ground here look like spilled blood instead of spilled wine. So being in that state of boo-hooing, looking backwards, not even turning around and looking that we have two full cups right there behind us that are good. So our unhappiness is really the result of our attitude. And if there's anything we can change, it's our attitude about something. That's something that's in our hands and in at our particular choice. You know, it's in our hands. It's our choice. Our attitude is our choice all the time. So we can brood over what went wrong, right? Or we can turn around, contemplate what can go right in the future. It's actually that simple. The card states we don't have to be miserable unless we like misery. We don't have to be miserable unless we like misery. So with this kind of energy, it would be like, don't stay there. Don't stay there. Whatever we want to change, change. Don't stay in this kind of energy. Turn around, look, because we have that card of, the Four of Rods, which is a card of respite and relaxing. So we have the time to meditate and think about what is it. Yeah, we lost some things, but look at what I have. Look at what I can develop in the future off of what I have. Because this is an emotional energy because it's cups energy, like, oh no, this happened, that happened, I'm laid off of work, and feeling really down maybe for some of us, or, my husband or wife and I are fighting all the time, my friends fighting with me because everybody's overstressed, instead of turning around and knowing there is something when we turn around and it can be much better now and it can be much better in the future as we appropriately decide to change for ourselves. There is no risk in that. We just make a commitment and trust that, like our words down here, that this is what we're going to do, because we got another tough one right here once again, and this can be like nightmare. This is the Nine of Swords. Nightmares, tension, unhappiness, regrets over past mistakes, like our Five of Cups energy down here, regrets over past mistakes, but the words around the card actually are what you fear. What you truly fear actually never happens. So it's a card of being like bad dreams, sleepless nights, being troubled by these bad dreams. But sometimes they're coming up from our subconscious, right? In order for us to look at it and analyze it and process it kind of, and then get past it, So the card is like, how do I want to say? The card means that we are being required to make changes that will better our future. And when we look at this as an overall thing, right? People screaming, the tiger's at the door, the tiger's at the door. And finally we gather up the courage, right? Same as these other two cards before it, the two fives before it, they all lead in together. We gather up the courage and we rip open the door, and it's a cat, a little pussy cat, standing, not the tiger. It's that kind of energy. So thinking about, instead of brooding about what happened and, horrible it was and this and that and the other, we use that time, to get ready for our party, get ready for, if we need a new skill or think our skills will be better utilized at someplace else, or a relationship that wasn't working to begin with, and we want the one that's going to bring the happy home card to us. Basically that's what this is. Happy home, everything going well. We want that. Making those decisions, making those changes, making those choices that I can be content with, the choices that I can trust. I don't know where the cards will come down. I think because of that Five of Cups energy in there, it might be relationship oriented for some of us, but with the rods and the pentacle card here, that's usually business, finance, earth plane, my material possession type energy, and we have a lot on our minds right now. But there is another side on the way out that we can trust, and we even have the word down here, light. It is a tough time. I know the energy of April was, and May, I'm hoping will be more uplifting, but a lot of us have went through a really trying time, like I said before. But the other side, they keep saying, look at the other side. We have trust. We have the word light, Maybe there's something that we are going to go for. Take that risk on. Take that chance. Maybe we are worried about it. End result is we come out on top, and we Libras are fine. We are okay. It's our angel card. Can't make them up. Nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. That's our angel card. It says you are safe, and this situation is under perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. What a better card! We get all these cards up, and I opened the little angel book right up to it, so that ought to tell us something there too. It says, the angels send this card to you because you've been needlessly worrying. Worry is a form of prayer that draws to you that which you do not desire. Release your worries to your angels, as there truly is nothing to worry about. In fact, your worries could create a self-fulfilling prophecy. It says, everything's much better than you imagine. Ask the angels to release you from every worry. A happy outcome is inevitable. This card, happy home, happy outcome, have a party. It's inevitable. That was our card on the bottom of the deck. Avoid worrying lest the negative emotion pull you and the situation down. The angels are with you, and everything is okay. And I'm going to say, and we can trust it. Well, Libra, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all, you'll have to tell me where it ends up in your life. I want to tell you all, I thank you for all of your likes, shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I truly appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, if you just want to go neb about me, or if you need to set an appointment with me, all the information is down below the screen in the About section. That's over at the website. There's 2 short videos over at the website. One explains the prayer class I put out there for you guys, and the other one, the sutra classes. They're like 5-6 minute long videos. They explain them. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long and explains to you how to format prayers, why you do them that way. It's very comprehensive. Sutras are simple thought forms you put in a meditation. Takes 5 minutes a day. They enhance the clear perceptions dramatically, and we all need that right now. But the videos that explain them are over at the website. So to all you I met through 4 whole years of doing YouTubes, and to everybody I've met through 32 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, privilege and a pleasure to serve you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.